Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Hey, how's it going? I'll just start with football. Obviously, there's just one game on Thursday, which I don't know. Division rival games typically are kind of boring unless it's like, well, I don't even know if the Bills and Ravens are in the same division, but those games are always crazy. But they do even think the under is going to hit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this goes over 43 and a half. That seems kind of low. I don't know. Obviously, James Conner is done for the year or a long time. I don't even remember what his injury, or I don't even know if I've heard what his injury is yet. So Benson is the favorite to score here. It's mostly because the Cardinals are at home. I honestly would think Kenneth Walker would probably be the favorite here, or Charbonnet might snipe one. That really would not surprise me at all. Or even Demercado. I think he can snipe one too. Obviously, Murray could run one in, but my opinion on first forced touchdown is Walker. And then if you want a Cardinal, they're kind of hard, honestly, to figure out. But I'd probably just go McBride since they're probably going to try to feed the ball to Harrison because they need to get his confidence up, man. He has just been that drop pass he had last week. I was embarrassed for him. He was wide open. But McBride, he hasn't scored a ton of touchdowns in his career, but he has one this year already, so that's good news. So yeah, I like Walker for first of the game, and then I like McBride for first for the Cardinals. I think that's a bet, right? Yeah, I think it is. I don't really like doing other props. Like I've seen people posting their slips, and like I just don't. I can't do any of these things. They're depressing when they don't hit. Like people are off by someone had, I don't remember what running back it was, for 99 yards or something, or 100 yards, and he went for 99. It's just like, my opinion on things like that is it's subjective to the referee where they place the ball. Like he probably got 100 yards, but the referee's like, no, I'm going to place it here instead. Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, as far as touchdowns go in this game, yeah, I'd probably go, if you just want like a two-legger, I'd go with them too. If you want another, I just like Sam Darnold is Sam Darnold. Like, he was really good for a while last year, and then he fell off the face of the earth. I'll think about it. I'll probably post it later if I think of a third, or just stick with these two guys. I mean, the odds aren't that bad. 454, that's decent. And I think Harrison is fine though. I mean, like I said, they might try to feed him the ball just to like gain him some confidence or something. So, alrighty then. Baseball, as you see, I'm doing this during the games. Excuse me. This is pretty nuts. Look at this. One of my Discord members had Schwarber, Judge, and Cal for 2 each home runs. And this, after Cal hit, this was their cash out on a $10 bet. Wow. That's a, I wouldn't even like be mad if I cashed out 4K on a $10 bet and he hit like a second one. I mean, that's still a great return on a $10 bet, Sometimes I usually preach not cashing out, but I mean, sometimes it just makes sense. Oh, did Devers? I think Devers just hit. Yep, he did. Man, he has come to life. The Giants might be pretty good next year if they improve their pitching. All right. Let's move on to home runs. I don't really like doing one game NFL slates. Like, it's just like, I don't know who's gonna guess what, right? You're just guessing one game of touchdowns. I know a lot of people like to put 4. Somebody put 4 touchdowns and a money line. I saw this on Reddit. please, for God's sake, if you get 4 touchdowns in one game, you did a really good job. But you take the money line and they lose? Come on. Please don't do that. Like, it's already hard enough to predict 4 touchdowns in one game, but now you pick the money line that loses, and you're just like, nah, that's not a good way to bet. Parlays already stupid. I always preach how stupid parlays are in the first place. All right, enough ranting. Don't pay for betting picks. That's my other rant. Pay for my $4.99 parlay deals. All right. Pittsburgh at Cincinnati, Ashcraft, or is it Ashcraft, versus Lololo. I don't know why I like saying his name. Good park for home runs, as we know. Good weather. The over-under's only 8. Wow. I mean, both pitchers are pretty decent. This isn't a game you got to go crazy in. It's more based on how early the game. For me, this game starts at 9:40 in the morning, and I typically skip these games just because I'm just like, I don't know, like why bet at 9:40 in the morning? I mean, it's like unless you're betting on like soccer or Korean baseball or something, you know, like it just doesn't feel right to me. Like imagine you take a bunch of players in this game and it ends 1-0, and now you're like, well, shit, I started my day off real shitty. If you absolutely need to take anyone in this game, I feel like I haven't seen Tommy Pham's name in a long time. I think Stevenson's okay since he hit on, what's today, Wednesday? Cruz is coming to life too. I'm not saying you have to take him, but might not be a bad play. Yeah. Cruz and Stevenson. We'll just go there. I would say Benson, but he's just so inconsistent. Maybe that means take him. All right, looks like we have a chance of rain in this game. 64% chance, but it's early, so they'll probably get it in, I'd imagine, since this is an early game. Time it starts at 1 o'clock Eastern time. I mean, they have all day to get it in, right? Unless it just rains all day, which is probably not going to happen. The nice thing is the wind's blowing out really hard, so this game has potential if assuming they get it in. So I really like him. Diaz. Well, Brandon Lau's okay. It's just lefty. I think just based on the wind, it's okay. Ooh, I actually really like Morel. So obviously prioritize Caminero, Diaz, and Morel. And then, like, Carson Williams would be a good long shot. Even Fortes would be a good long shot. But this has potential here. And then as far as Baltimore goes against Rasmussen, I mean, not ideal. Maybe Cowser, but I would probably just not pick against Drew. I would stick with Tampa players. Twins in Texas. This is a dome, so no worries about the weather here. Obviously, Buxton finally hit. Male versus Ryan, so pretty good pitchers here. Buxton is matchup proof, so if you want to take him, that's fine. It's probably the only, he's the only one I would consider. I wouldn't take him in this game, but you can for sure if you want. And then the Rangers just suck right now. I think Berger did get the day off, so if you want to try him after a day off, but I think this is a good game to avoid. Yeah, I don't like that game. Ooh, we got an early, early for me. This would be like literally afternoon for me, but early Rooker. We like early Rooker. And Valdez has been pretty bad lately. So Valdez versus Ginn. Obviously, you can go whoever you feel like on Houston, even though they're kind of cold right now. It's the biggest problem with them. But I do like Cole, actually. Cole would be a nice play. And then, like, Paredes, Walker is fine. Altuve. But I don't know. Astros players are just kind of hard to figure out. But I do like Cole. Cole's been hot. And like I said, Rooker, early game. I mean, quote unquote early, because it is. Well, this is early in California. Yeah. So it is an early game, actually. This is literally an afternoon game. I think Shea's okay. Kurtz, it's lefty-lefty, but Kurtz is proving he can pretty much hit off anybody, so I'm okay with him. But obviously, by far, my favorite in this game would be Rooker. And yeah, pretty straightforward. Cole and Rooker in that game. Can even parlay them if you want. All right, Dodgers at D-backs. Yamamoto versus Gallen. I don't even need to mention Ohtani. You can take him if you want. A lot of people need Ohtani today on Wednesday to hit. I'm okay with him. I just don't like this park for home runs. I know his first at bat he hit a triple, and I mentioned it's a great park for triples, but not so much. Soto hit a home run. Of course, there's the wind is blowing in like crazy. This is why I kind of really started to avoid wind. Who hit for Colorado? Mickey? Oh, Krim. Of course Krim hit. He was like plus 900 in that game. Jeez. These young guys are just hitting. So Ohtani, Muncy. Don't go heavy, though. Gallen has been pitching better, and he pitches better at home, too. But I would probably just go like Ohtani or Muncy. I do like them parlayed, too, when they face a righty. And then no D-backs for me. All right. Junk versus Bueller. Now, the Phillies hit like 8 home runs on Wednesday, and I know Sosa had 3 of them. Typically, the next game is kind of a huge letdown, so it wouldn't shock me, but obviously Schwarber, he hit 2, as we know. Harper has been sick, so just be on the lookout if he plays or not. I would imagine he's going to come back after a few days off. And then, the Phillies are just hot right now, so virtually any of them, Marsh, Kepler, Stott, they're all getting hot right now, which is just another reason why I like them for the World Series. You don't want them to get hot too early, but I still like them. And there is a chance of rain, but the wind is blowing out, so this is a great stadium for home runs. I didn't say any Marlins, did I? So Ramirez, if you want to take any that you feel might hit, feel free. They're just really hard to guess. I don't want to guess them. My favorites would be Ramirez and Hernandez. And then if you want to try like Conine or Johnston, Hicks, whatever. I probably wouldn't take them personally, but Bueller has been pretty bad this year. Although I think he pitched pretty well more recently. He's only allowed 1 run in his first 2 outings with the Phillies, so maybe he's figured something out. Probably just be best to avoid Marlins. Personally, I wouldn't take any. All right. Tigers, who are falling apart at Cleveland, facing Messick, who's been great this year. Boy, that does not look good for the Tigers. Man. I guess Torkelson's fine. That's pretty much it, though. They're just so bad right now. I wouldn't go heavy on Tigers, that's for sure. Carpenter probably won't even play in this game because it's lefty-lefty. Green can't hit off lefties either. I think he has 3 this year off lefties the entire year. As far as Cleveland, let's check the weather. Yeah, see good weather in Philadelphia. Arizona's in a dome. And the wind does, it's not that bad in Cleveland, but I just don't like this park overall for home runs. What was I looking for again? Cleveland. Oh, that is what I'm looking at. Wow. So as far as guards go, obviously Ramirez, Manzardo are fine. Bo Naylor is okay too. I know this Montero guy pitched last week. He pitched pretty well, but he has had kind of a tough year. But yeah, just usual suspects there. And keep in mind, I'll pick longer shots when the lineups come out. I don't like picking, unless I know they play mostly every day. I don't like picking long shots that I don't know if they're playing. That's the whole point of my Discord as well, is I post my picks there. Like today, I did I did a quick list today, and I had Kemp and Sosa on the Phillies, and one of my members parlayed them, and he won $500 on a small bet. So that's the point of the list, though, is just to kind of like get an idea of who I like personally, and then like I think Ward hit. Did he hit? Was it a Ward or Adele? But obviously, it's a lot of people. But if there's 15 games in a day, that's 30 teams times 18. That's a lot of players. So like, I gotta make a list. And then Devers I have here too. Cal. Hopefully Suarez hits. A lot of people need Ohtani. I'm hoping Winter Perez hit. I don't know. They seem to struggle against the Angels pitcher, but I don't want to be afraid. You still gotta just place the bet. Don't overthink. All right, White Sox in New York. We got Davis Martin versus Carlos Rodon, who has been good this year. One of my members took Montgomery against. He actually had a good game, but he took him against Max. Is it Fried? Like, just don't take him against a lefty. Like, I feel like people still aren't looking at that part of it. And I know in hindsight I could say that because he didn't hit a home run, but if he hits a home run off a lefty, who gives a shit? He just, good for him, clap for him, Like, you don't have to take him. And plus, he's not nearly as hot as he was, a month or two ago, however long ago that was. Like, he's cooled off, but as cold as he is now, you expect him to hit off a lefty? Probably not. So I'll just leave it at that. And yeah, he could hit off of the bullpen. That's the other thing. But, a righty in the bullpen. And I don't know. That's just a little rant I have too. So yeah, no White Sox. Actually, let's check the weather just to see, because looks like it might rain. So 10 miles per hour right to left. Okay, so it's more ideal for righties. So obviously Judge and Stanton. Grisham did hit on Wednesday. I'm not saying you can't take lefties. They're perfectly fine, against Martin. So Grisham, Judge, Stanton. Just keep an eye on Stanton. Like I said, he doesn't play every day. He usually plays like 2 or 3 games and he gets a day off. They're being careful with him because they don't want him to get hurt. And that's why they sub him out late game also. But obviously Judge looks great on Thursday. Okay. Boston and Toronto. That's a lot of games. Oh, it's probably because it's the end of the year. Bello, who has actually been struggling recently against Barrios. Well, the BBs. Barrios. Yoshida finally hit a home run. That was nice to see. I still like my boy Carlos. He did hit on Wednesday. Abreu hasn't hit since he's come back, so maybe wait on him, give or take. It's not a bad matchup, though. You could take him. And then I think Story's fine, too. There's just another one of those games that feels kind of icky. Like, Toronto's cold as heck right now. I don't even like them here, even though Bello has struggled. So, like, Varsho. Santander is back. I would probably wait on him. He is a switch hitter, though, so he's matchup proof. And he did struggle the beginning there before he got hurt. Like, look what he's batting $179 with 6 home runs. So just keep that in mind. He's not someone you have to take yet. See if he gets hot before you take him. But Springer, Varsho, and just don't go heavy here. Thursday's also been terrible lately, so I don't know. Hopefully it gets better than the past Thursdays. All right, Nolan McLean, who apparently has been pitching well against Imanga, who's been struggling lately. Now, the win today in Chicago was supposed to be terrible. The over-under in this game on FanDuel was minus 140 for the under. And there's 13 runs in the game. So, yeah. I mean, okay. So, you know what? I'm just going to stop looking at the weather. Screw the weather. And we know Amanga's a fly ball pitcher, so... Now, Soto isn't great off lefties. I think he has like 9 or 10 home runs this year off lefties, so it's okay. You can take him. But I'd prefer Lindor, Alonso, even Alvarez. He's getting hot. So that's fine. And then as far as Cubs go, Bush hit again. Ballesteros has been great. He has been fantastic. Like, maybe he's not hitting home runs, but I mean, the guy today, he is 2 for 3, single, walk, and he struck out, but he's been really good. I hope they put him on the playoff roster. I'm sure they will, but I'm really enjoying. And I actually went to a fall game with my dad after the year ended last year, in Arizona, and I got to see him play. And he's a big boy, but man, it's just cool to see him playing so well in the majors. It's exciting. And then Shaw hit on Wednesday as well, so if you want to try him the next day, that's fine. So yeah, Bush and Shaw. And then, I mean, you can try Ballesteros too for a home run. He's got like 2 or 3, I think, now in his career. I want to say maybe 2. Yeah, he's got a couple. Yeah, he's looking good. I like it. All right. KC in California against a lefty, Lorenzen. This should be a pretty good game. Wind blowing out, 9 miles per hour, 9.5 over under. This game looks pretty spicy. So I'm still going to stick with Perez. I know he just has the most, like, he's 1 away from Vinny for most home runs on the team. But this is lefty for Vinny, and I think it's okay. You can take him, but I would prefer Perez or Bobby or even Garcia over Vinny. And then Grichuk hasn't hit in so long. I don't know if I would take him, but he's in the game specifically against lefties. So you could, of course, take him. It's a great stadium for home runs. But yeah, so I'd go Perez, then Witt. And then, like, honestly, I'd go Garcia or India over Vinny against the starter, but he could hit later in the game. Trout got Wednesday off. If he plays, I like him. Just because he got a day off. Why not? Or Adele. Usual suspects there. And then Colorado and Seattle. Blaylock versus Hancock, who has really struggled this year. This could just be the game that Colorado avoids the sweep. Like, Moniak, Goodman. If Krim plays, like, they all just randomly hit home runs or something. So, obviously they're all fine. I don't know. The Crim's not even listed here, but I would imagine he plays. And then Cal. I mean, Cal, Julio. I mean, this game, I don't like the stadium, but this game, just based on the pitching matchups, looks good. And what's happening, I mean, we see what's happening today in this game, right? I mean, they hit 3 home runs in the first inning and then Krim hit. So I still like them. Ooh, did one of them hit? You can't make this shit up. So Grichuk hits a home run as I'm talking about him. All right, well, there's that. That kind of creeps me out sometimes, but anyway, we're moving on. And yeah, so the obvious guys. I wouldn't stack this game, but it looks good on paper, that's for sure. All right, that's it. There's not going to be probably like many home runs up for me to make something. Yeah, there's not. Oh, they like Bobby a lot in this game. Cool. So make sure you join the Discord. There's the little welcome screen, the rules. I put the, make sure you guys are gambling to your needs. Don't go overboard. You can tip me if you win a lot of money. People tip me. I know. I want to do more giveaways, but I'm not rich. But I want to do more. And then I'd post my parlays here with my ghetto watermarks. So, because people keep stealing my parlays on Reddit. So I put these on there for fun. Why not? It's funny. We got the Dinger Ringer. Oh, Andy Page is it too. Nice. And yeah, cool. All right. Well, you all have a good night. And wherever you are in the world, have a good morning and afternoon. And I will see you later. Peace.